I do.
Got it.
And most importantly, a CEO who was planning on staying in the state. I worked at Watsonville from nonprofit status, stage us to forum, and also the prospect of now full circle back for nonprofit status. A major change for us has been multiple changes in leadership and the lack of stability and consistency that came along with these changes. Our team at Watsonville is moving in a positive direction. I'm excited about this current leadership team, including the directors who I work alongside. I thank and commend the board and appointing Matt Hill as our interim CEO. Despite the abrupt change in leadership, this decision has provided leadership stability and focus at Watsonville. Our C-suite team, Matt, Julie, Sherry, and Allison, is continuing to move us forward. We haven't missed a step. We will succeed, and Watsonville will be here for another few years.
Any else, Mary? Is there any comment on the end of it? Yes, it's the time to press the button. And if you can move that forward a little bit, because it's right over here. Pardon me? Can you wheel that? Absolutely.
We can forego the podium altogether if you want, unless you like it.
Get comfortable with. I'm getting cut down now. Most people say I'm too long. My name is, I think you all know me already. My name is Brett Castillo. I worked at Watsonville Hospital for 50 years. In several different positions, starting out as an X-ray technologist, moving all the way through to being manager of radiology and union president, things like that, with John Field, and several CEOs. You've heard me voice this before, is that I'm of the opinion that handling business as it was in the past is no longer the leadership. I believe that the board of directors and the information we have from any CEO in the future is that we need to have a more of a public, open board of directors. I would like to know what the board of directors at this particular time determine are the subjects that they believe should be discussed in closed session. There should be a selection. There should be itemized items that you're going to be speaking of, which are closed. And I understand that. But by and large, the nonprofit should be open to the public to hear your decision and why you made them. How you made them, going through negotiations, that's the business that you're up to. But once you make that particular decision, you should have an idea of why each board of directors did this. The reason I say that is because over all these years, I've noticed that when the CEOs came in and they set up a plan and they determined that they wanted to do something and they went to the board of directors, by and large, the board of directors just accepted the plan. They really didn't know what they were talking about. They didn't understand what was going on. There might be a few things that are position-wise and facility-wise and things like that. They really didn't know what's going on. They just accepted it. So I'd like to know that in the future is that if a board of directors votes for something, I'd like to know why. How did you make that decision? The reason I ask that is because I know that I've been here before and I've asked the same question over and over. I know why I made the decision economically to handle changing employees from part-time to full-time. I understand that. It was economics to be done. My question is, how was it determined to do that? And who implemented the plan? Who decided to implement the plan the way it was implemented? I disagreed with that. I thought there was a better way to do it. It seemed as if, to me, it was done without taking
2 minutes, Mr. Castillo.
They shouldn't have followed people there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One other item is that I believe Tony was one to say is that I sent several emails to the contact, but I've never gotten one answer to anything. And I think you said somebody was going to contact. And maybe that was you. I'm not sure the rest of you. But anyway, somebody said that somebody would get a hold of me. I have never heard anything. Thank you. Thank you. John, anybody else online who would like to address the board before we move on?
No, sir, I still have no raised hands.
The audience like to address the board? Okay, so we're gonna close the public comment here. At this point, we move to closed session.
Mr. Farrell, we do have 3 items on the closed session. Do you mind if I just highlight what they are?
No, go ahead.
Yes, we have a conference with labor negotiations. We have public employment recruitment update, and we have hearings and reports from the medical staff committee.
Right, thank you. So we're gonna take those a little out of order. Dr. Rassi, who's busy.